What's going on, guys? Marshall Breakdowns here. Today I'm going to be starting part 1 of a series of ground control videos. In this video I'm going to break down some of the techniques Khamzat Chimaev uses to tie up his opponents on the ground and deliver brutal ground and pound. Now, we'll start off by noting that every time Chimaev has taken someone down in the UFC, he's purposefully moved them to the cage. Watch here how he takes John Phillips down and immediately starts scooting to the fence. It's only once Chimaev has his opponents next to the fence that he begins to strike and posture up to begin passing the guard. Now, as soon as his opponent gives up the knee shield and turtles to try and stand up, Chimaev moves into a position that he and Khabib both favor a lot. In this position, Chimaev has Phillips' near side ankle hooked with his near side leg, while his far arm looks to hold a tight waist and try to secure the far wrist. This is a common ride in folk style wrestling referred to as an Iowa ride. Now, the key to keeping the ankle trapped is to keep your hips low, which keeps your legs pinched on the opponent's ankle. The opponent is looking to tripod, which would straighten the leg and create enough space for them to knee slide out and free the ankle. Notice a couple subtle differences though. In folk style, the person riding is going to be more or less facing the same direction as the person on bottom. In MMA, because of the cage, it's better to angle off almost perpendicular to your opponent, like Chimaev's doing here. This allows him to use his free foot to pressure his opponent into the fence even more. Another thing to take note of is his head position. Watch how Chimaev pushes Phillips' arm out of the way so he can put his forehead just below Phillips' jaw. Not only can he use this to pressure him into the fence, but it also limits what little ability Phillips already had to move forward. Later in the round, Chimaev ends up in a quarter guard on top. Instead of taking the underhook and continuing to pass the side control though, he lets Phillips come up, where he then hooks his leg in a Merkle position. This position is great for ground and pound, especially against the cage. The Merkle hook prevents Phillips from standing up and controls the left side of his body. Chimaev's wrist grip controls Phillips' upper body on the right side. Chimaev then uses his free leg to post and drive his hips into Phillips to keep him pressured into the fence. This leaves Chimaev with a free hand and Phillips with only one line of defense to protect both his face and his body. So, let's look at 3 key takeaways from Chimaev's top control. First, he always looks to get his opponent not only to the mat, but next to the fence. Next, we looked at the Iowa ride and how Chimaev uses that to keep his opponent stuck to the fence while he unloads with strikes. And lastly, we saw Chimaev's use of the Merkle ride to take away his opponent's options for movement while freeing himself up to strike. That's all for this one, guys. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you can stay updated on future uploads. Coming up, I'm going to be posting more videos looking at the ground game of guys like Khabib, Askren, and even some more stuff on Chimaev. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, good luck training.